Good day, good 12s. My name is Carden Madzokere. I'm the author and publisher of the distinction-bound student textbooks, and welcome to 1.3 under inflation. So as we look at 1.3, it says here, study the table below and answer the questions that follow. Inflation in South Africa, then we have 2010, 13, and 15. Then we have Consumer Price Index, CPI, which is a basket that typically measures the cost of living, and the one that measures the cost of production is Producer Price Index. So 100 day is the base year according to this table. 100 is actually the weighting in a base year. So we have 2010 in this case being the base year, but currently the base year is 2015. That is if the Reserve Bank has not changed it yet to 2020. But currently it's 2015. So if there's a question on that, I would recommend say 2015. But if you are responding based on the table, which base year was used in the table, that's 2010. That's the one where the weighting is at 100. Okay. Now, we see then 105.4, 111.0. So that's the weighting going up from 100 to 111. So the first one would be easy to calculate. And let's go to the questions. So which economic indicator is used to determine the inflation rate? That would be CPI, Consumer Price Index. Which year is currently used by the South African Reserve Bank as the base year? I said 2015, but in this case we can say 2010, but it's 2015. Why would the inflation rate in 2013 be considered to be acceptable by the Monetary Policy Committee 2013? Okay, if we look at 2013, it's 5.4, so it's within the inflation target, so it will be acceptable because they target within 3 to 6%. So anything that's within that range is okay. It's acceptable. They can start panicking if inflation goes beyond 6%. Then it's outside the target. Then they have to implement measures to combat inflation. Since it's the monetary authority, what they can use is inflation rate, is interest rates. So they'll simply adjust the repo rate. And you will see clearly that when they do that, it starts to regulate the inflation. Then the next one, why? Okay, no, that's the one we just did. Why will a reduction in personal income tax increase inflation rate? Well, tax is actually if tax is reduced, disposable income goes up. This is done maybe to stimulate economic activity. But when we are having problems of inflation, usually we will be having economic prosperity. It's one of the things that happen during prosperity, where there's an increase in demand for goods and services. Well, since it's not the only cause of inflation, because inflation can also be because of the cost of production, which might also happen during times of recession and stuff, when economic activity is going down. Well, there are things that may cause the cost of production to be high. But let's not dwell into that. Let's just answer the question the way we see it. Why will a reduction? So it will increase disposable income, and then that means there will be an increase in demand for goods and services. So there will be demand pull inflation, basically. Then calculate the inflation rate for 2015, item A, and show all calculations. Okay, so if we want to calculate inflation for a year, we look at the previous year, and then we subtract. Then when we subtract, so in this case, it will be 111 minus 105.4 times 100. It's as easy as that. Well, I'm not going to do it in my head. I'm just going to show it. Right, so number one, which economic indicator is used to determine the inflation rate? That's CPI. which year is currently used by the South African Reserve Bank as the base year. That's 2015, in this case 2010. Why would the inflation rate in 2013 have been considered to be acceptable by the Monetary Policy Committee? Well, it is because it is within the target range of 3 to 6%. Then why will a reduction in personal income tax increase the inflation rate? Well, it results in an increase in disposable income, which increases the demand for goods and services, putting pressure on prices. Then the last one was the one for calculating the inflation rate. Well, like I said, it's current year minus previous year. The answer divided by current year times 100. No. The answer divided by the previous year, times 100. So it shows at what rate did prices go up. So in this case, it will be 5.3%. Is it acceptable? The answer is yes, absolutely it is. And why? Because it's within the target range. Okay, so this has brought us to the end of this particular lesson. And thank you so much. Like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless.